Hello everyone, my name is Kudzie Mapiye, and on this channel I do videos about my life living here in Australia, and I also share different life lessons that I've learned along the way. In today's video I'm going to be talking about something different, something I don't usually talk about on this channel, and it's going to be a little motivation session, a little mid-week pick-me-up because I remember when I first uploaded a video on this channel. It was the 6th of January 2019. I remember the day specifically, and I had just decided, you know what, I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to do motivation videos, and I want to talk about things that are going to really uplift people, motivate people. And I've taken down a lot of my first videos because they were really just a practice run for me, and I was like, you know what, I think I'll just deactivate these videos for now. But I feel that, I really want to talk about motivation topics more. I still so much want to talk about life in Australia, so I decided to mix it all up to talk about my life living in Australia, lessons I've learned, tips and tricks that I can share with you guys, and during the week just to do a little mid-week pickup video to talk about motivation topics, things to keep you motivated and keep going, whether you're like looking to apply for your visa, you're looking to do something in your business, you're looking to work on yourself, work out, whatever it is, just something that can really keep you motivated. And what I want to focus on today is just staying motivated and productive. Staying motivated and productive can be such a challenge. I know for myself, that is one of my biggest challenges, and it's a challenge that I constantly need to keep overcoming, because it's so easy to be comfortable and it's so easy to just lay back and not do anything, especially in this cold winter weather. It's so cold this year in Brisbane for some strange reason. It is extremely cold, and me and the cold do not mix. I do not enjoy cold weather at all. It makes me just want to stay in bed and do nothing. And I've been, finding it really, really hard to stay motivated to do things like, of course, I need to go to work. You need to pay the bills. There are things that you just need to get out of bed and do. But when it comes to doing something for myself, or a goal that I've set for myself, it's really hard to get out of bed. And I used to, I really meditated on what was holding me back from being motivated and being productive. And I managed to nail it down, because I would stay in bed. Like, for example, my best time for myself is before everyone wakes up in the house. While everyone is still asleep, early in the morning, that's when I get up and I read and I do other things. I do my planning. I just do things that have to do with me, just being me and not a mom, a worker, and all that. So I was finding it so hard for me to get up, and I realized that I would stay in bed. When it was time for me to wake up, my alarm would go off, and then I would switch it off, and then I would lie in bed and think about how cold I was going to feel as soon as I stepped out of my bed. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna feel so cold when I step out of this bed. Oh, it's so cold outside. Oh, it's still dark outside. Like, I would focus all my energy on thinking about the negative feelings that I was gonna feel when I get out of bed, and that would just make me want to stay in bed even longer and be demotivated and not productive. So by the time I do wake up, it's time to just get going, get the kids ready, go to work, and I've missed out on that time to do the things I wanted to do for myself. So I kind of figured that out through just meditating on it and asking myself, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep repeating this behavior? And what I do now is I concentrate on the positive feeling that I'm going to get. I still feel very cold in the mornings. I still don't want to get out of bed in the morning. But instead of focusing on how cold I'm going to feel, how dark it is outside before I even get up, I focus on how good I'm going to feel after I read my book, how good I'm going to feel after I've done my planning for the week, how good I'm going to feel after I've done, prep sessions for my coaching, how good I'm going to feel after I've done all these things. And there goes my earring. Anyway, yeah. How good I'm going to feel after I wake up and actually be productive. And I find that really motivates me to get out of bed and get going instead of sitting in bed and focusing on the negative. So it's just about, refocusing your mind. Instead of focusing on the negative feelings, focus on the positive feelings. Just like, if you're going to go to the gym, once upon a very, very long time, I used to go to the gym, and I remember used to have the same thing. Waking up in the morning was a bit of a problem, but once I get to the gym, I feel so pumped. I feel so good, like after I've worked out. And focusing on that feeling that you're going to feel after you do what you're waking up to do, it's going to motivate you to get up and going. And for me, I'm someone who is rejuvenated by action. Whenever I feel like, of course, I need to rest and refresh and stuff, but when I feel the most rejuvenated is when I am doing something productive, when I know I'm accomplishing a goal that I've set for myself. If I say today I want to read 20 pages a day, when I read those 20 pages, I feel like this new lease of energy just coming into my body, and I focus more on that than, it's gonna be so hard to read. If I focus on that, I don't feel motivated to read, right? But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you are someone who is struggling with motivation, if you've got a goal you've set for yourself and you just can't seem to accomplish it, try just shifting your focus on, instead of focusing on what scares you about getting what you need to get done and how tired you're going to be or how time consuming it's going to be, focus more on how good you're going to feel once you've done it, and keep repeating that thought about how good you're going to feel. And to all those people who are on the visa application journey, all those people looking to come to Australia, applying for an Australian visa is a long process. And I'm sure if you have applied for an Australian visa before, it is a long, long process. There's a lot of paperwork to go through. There's a lot of reading to do. But don't focus on how much reading, how much paperwork you're gonna have to do. Focus on how good you're gonna feel when you finish your application and you've submitted it. How good you're gonna feel if your visa is granted and you come and you make the life you want to make for yourself in Australia. Focus on all those positive things, and trust me, you'll be finding it way easier to stay motivated and productive when it comes to your visa application journey. When I talk to my clients during coaching, the biggest hindrance to getting to Australia is just going through that visa application process. And not everyone has that money to invest in agents and to be able to get the agent to help you, make that step across. And even if you are using an agent, you're still gonna have to provide them with some paperwork. You're still gonna have to do some reading. Like, it's not gonna be smooth sailing. It's just like you're palming it off to someone else. There is something that you're still gonna have to do on your part. So in order to get the ball rolling, really focus on all the positive feelings. Write down all the things you're looking forward to do in Australia, and then when it's time to get up and do the paperwork, focus on those things. Look, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And that's what I've been doing with myself when it comes to focusing and planning for my day. Whenever I think about how good I'm going to feel when I accomplish my goals, I can't help but get up and keep going. And the funny thing I noticed the other day, I was thinking about how good I was going to feel when I get these things done. And I just started smiling to myself. Like, I wasn't even talking. I was just thinking about the good feelings that I was going to have. And I just started smiling. Like, you can make yourself happy and joyous just by thinking positive thoughts and refocusing your mind on positive things. And you know, on the flip side, you can also make yourself sad and depressed by focusing on negative things and rethinking negative things instead of just, you know, focusing your mind a little bit. And sometimes, you know, our minds do kind of take us to dark places or negative places, and it's our role, because we are in control of our minds, it's our role to say, come on, just change focus, look this way, don't look at all that bad stuff, don't focus on all that bad stuff, look at all this good stuff, and you'll start to feel rejuvenated. You will start to feel really, really positive. You know those people, have you heard those people who say, oh, I spring out of bed? I bet they're not talking about the winter months, but anyway, some people really spring out of bed, and I can imagine they're springing out of bed because they're so focused, they're so excited about the things that they're going to do and how they're going to make them feel and what they're going to accomplish. So focus on the future. Focus on, once I do this, I'm going to feel like this. Once I accomplish this, I'm going to feel so good. And good feelings and more good feelings, and you will be more motivated. You will be more productive. Trust me, I have been implementing this in my own life, and I have seen a drastic change. And then the more I wake up, the more I get stuff done, the more I feel happy, the more I want to wake up again and get more stuff done. And it's just become a really positive cycle. I hope that was helpful for you. Really enjoyed making that video, and I will see you in the next one.